Hey, I'm Mindy Kinnis. This is the Daily Rage. Got a question from Max regarding which index to trade. Now, Max, I want to congratulate you because what this question implies is that you want to focus. And a lot of people that I end up working with are trying to trade way too many things. So it's great, especially in the earlier stages, to focus on one index instead of trying to trade them all. So, in terms of which one to trade, I always do recommend the micros over the minis, at least to start. But once you kind of get through that, let's talk about some of the distinctions between the different indexes. And this is true for their micro version or for their mini version. So, the one that I always recommend people start with is the Russell. Or if you were doing the micro, that would be the M2K, the micro Russell. Why? Because, well, first of all, it's cheapest in terms of margin. So, you would need the, least big account size. And secondly, it's very chill in terms of how it moves. So let's take a look at this. This is the RTY overarching contract, and it just is much more methodical. Now, there's still some really great moves in the Russell. You can absolutely make some good money in this. I have done so many, many times. And you can also place much wider stops without increasing your risk size. I usually use the same setups for most of the indexes that I trade. And what you'll find is that, let's say you risk a couple $100 on the Russell. Well, that gives you quite a lot of space from the price action. Whereas if you risk a couple $100 on the NASDAQ, your stop could get hit in no time flat. So it does just give you a little more leniency, which is why I like it. Second up to that would be the Dow. This is the YM. Again, fairly chill. It's a little more pricey in terms of margin than the Russell, but not too different in terms of how it moves. Then we have the S&P and the Nasdaq. I myself do not trade the S&P at all. Why? Because the tick value is different than these other three, and like I said, I like to use the same setups. So I don't even worry about the S&P. I know that loads of people love it, so if you are into it, that's cool. But for me, my third choice would be the Nasdaq. And this one is one of my personal favorites, but it is wild and crazy, and you are likely to get stopped out much more frequently than you would with either the Russell or the Dow. So, just an FYI, the cool thing about the NASDAQ, though, is that there's just so much potential. I mean, let's just say the ATR is about 400 right now, times 20 as the multiplier. That's a potential daily move of $8,000. And you're just not going to get that on any of the other indexes. So that is my personal favorite. But like I said, depending on where you're at in your trading career and also what your style is, those are some ideas to get you started. Again, thanks so much for your question. And as a heads up for everybody, the Apex Trader funding sale that they're currently offering, which is 80% off on the smaller accounts, just $40 on the larger accounts, and $35 resets, that does end tomorrow night. So if you wanted to lock in some of those discounts, go ahead and do so. As you all know, they may extend it, they may offer a different sale. Who knows? We'll have to wait and see what is coming next from Apex, but just want to keep you informed of what's currently on sale over there. I'm Mindy Kinnis. Thanks so much for watching.